Jazz albums were famous for having ladies on the covers of their albums. I don't know why jazz, but jazz albums are famous for it. One jazz artist from soft, I guess you call him a smooth jazz artist, saxophonist, Fausto Capetti. All of his albums were cheesecake cover albums, and I've got most of his albums. And they all had cheesecake covers. They were very artistic, nothing wrong with them. There were a lot of naked women, topless, nude, whatever. Very artistic photos, no question. But that was just the way it was in Italy. He was an Italian musician, and so all his albums were pressed over there. No big deal over there, but hardly any of his work came here, and when it did come here, completely different covers. But it was just the norm there. But there were some, there were some North American artists that were accepted. Maybe one day I'll show you, maybe I'm going to do a funk video one day. I'm going to show some funk albums from the 70s. One famous funk band, Ohio Players. Every one of their album covers had girls semi-nude, not nude, but very tasteful, very sexy covers, which were never banned, which were just fine, and they got away with it. And they had a whole string of just about every one of their albums had some sort of really sexy girl on the cover, pouring honey on herself, or pulling a fire hose, or a wet t-shirt, or whatever. Those albums were fine. So let's get on with it. First album I'm going to show you is by a band called Great White. They were a band that did a lot of Led Zeppelin covers, did very good Led Zeppelin covers, and they also released original material. And this was one of their last albums they released, and it was an album called Hooked. And this album was banned because it had a girl on a fishing hook. Now she's not nude here, even though maybe it looks like she's nude, she's not. She's got seaweed draping over the naughty bits. So even though it's a suggestive cover, she wasn't actually nude, but that was banned. Yep, this cover was banned. And what they did is in the changed version, the hook is lowered into the ocean. So on the changed version, this much of her is showing. They've lowered her down into the water. If you look this up somewhere online or try to find it, most of the covers will have her, the water is like where the level of my hand is. So just her head is sticking out of the ocean.